What is your best dating or relationship advice?
Oh, okay. Keep dating. Yeah, keep dating. Don't live in a farm. I like to open graze. So keep dating. Keep on having fun.
Would you ever take advice from somebody who didn't follow their own advice?
Yes, I do that. I do that all the time. Yes.
What qualifies a person to be able to give good advice?
Oh, wow. Experience.
But isn't everyone's experience different?
Yes, everybody's experience is different. You're right about that. We were just talking about that.
Isn't everyone's experience different?
Yes.
So, can you follow advice if everyone's experience is different?
That's true. That's a good point. Okay. I guess it depends on the situation that you're in.
Okay, so does that mean it's okay to make generalizations?
No.
Well, once again, if you couldn't make generalizations, how would anyone give advice?
Oh my God. You've got a point.
Would you ever take advice from a personal trainer who was fat or a dentist who had rotten teeth?
No.
Okay, so wouldn't you say you have to lead by example?
Yes.
How are you supposed to back up what you're saying if you can't live by it?
What qualifies a person to be able to give good advice?
Somebody that practices what they preach.
They're not putting it into practice. You could take advice, but it's who you're taking it from too that matters.
So don't you think that people should lead by example?
Lead by example when you're giving advice, yes. When you're leading, when you're in a leading position, that's what you should do.
Do you think dating is dead?
Yes, I think dating is dead. People don't know how to
If
court.
so, who killed it?
Men.
Why?
They don't know how to be gentlemen anymore. They don't know how to court women.
Do you think women today are more interested in relationships or hookups?
Relationships, but I think people like to say that it's hookups.
Dating is dead, and I feel like people date for the wrong reason. They don't date to try to find love and happiness and have family.
Okay, if dating is dead, who killed it?
I would say women.
True or false? True or false? Men are success objects, women are sex objects.
That's true in this society.
So why do women complain about being sexually objectified when women do the same thing to men?
Damn. That's a good question. I can't answer
It's
that.
kind of a double standard, isn't it?
It is a little bit.
It's kind of hypocritical, right?
Yeah.
Okay, are women surprised that men have a hard time respecting them when they're hypocrites?
We are surprised, but we shouldn't be.
Hypocrisy.
Aha.
Yeah, I take my cake and eat it too.
So why do women complain about men not trusting them when they're often acting like hypocrites?
Why would I trust somebody that switch up on me whenever she doesn't get shit her way?
Women often complain about men being selfish lovers. Who do you think is more selfish? Men inside the bedroom or women outside the
Oh
bedroom?
my God, women! Women is so selfish.
Why?
Because they know that they got the goods and they like to play our human nature against us. They didn't want to demoralize you and criminalize you for having off your basic natural instincts. And that is a crime. It's not my fault I like to have sex. You don't like to have sex? Get the fuck out the room. Or it's not my fault you like to go shopping. I do stuff for you, you do stuff for me.
Men inside the bedroom.
Okay, why? What makes men selfish?
A lot of times it's just about their pleasure, not the woman's pleasure.
Okay, but aren't women awfully selfish outside the bedroom?
I think it depends on the woman, but no.
Well, isn't the whole courtship process all about the woman?
Yes, but I think that's because the fact that, we've been programmed to think men are the ones who are supposed to be the providers, the givers.
Okay, but aren't men programmed a certain way as well? Why does a woman's program
Well, how
matter?
is a man programmed?
Well, man's expected to basically take on the responsibility of being a protector and provider for a woman. Why do women often pride themselves on having their own money, their own job, their own place, when those are the expected qualities of any standard adult?
Okay, because they're trying to show their independency. Independence, okay, then don't do shit for me. Take me out.
Because I think a lot of times society pins us as gold diggers. So if you don't have that, and you look for those qualities in a man, you're automatically pinned as a gold digger. And if you do have those qualities and you still look for that in a man, like a man that's as established as you, some people might think like, oh, your standards are too high. When it's based, I'm asking for a man to take care of himself the way I'm taking care of myself.
Because the thing is like, okay, if you have your house, you have your crib and everything, I don't need that from you. What I need you to do for me is bear my kids, our kids, and, be like Jim yourself. You know what I'm saying? Be feminine. Be you, be a woman, and I'll be a man. And because the thing is like, if you already providing things, I'm going to be providing for you, then what do you need me for?
These is things that as adults we have to do anyway. So in my world, you don't get that many points for taking care of your own shit.
We live in a society where a lot of women, if you're single and alone and have your own place, you're pinned as like a spinster or whatever. Whereas if a man has those same things, they're like, oh, he's well established, he has his life together.
When those are the expected qualities of any standard adult.
Because women feel like pussy rule the world, so they feel like they entitled to all that.
Well, why would that make women any more special than it would make a man?
Because the way God and the way the earth is created is a woman's vagina helped the world go around. So a guy have to feel empowered and relaxed after they get a little pussy. So pussy rules the world.
But at the same time, though, I mean, why does a woman's vagina rule the world when women can't conceive without a man?
Because you and 80%. No, I can't say that now. A lot of men can't function without a woman.
Okay, but at the same time, didn't men build and maintain most of the world?
I think it will equal.
Why do so many people say pussy runs the world?
Because we do.
Do you think there was ever a time when pussy didn't run the world?
No.
Wouldn't that mean women always had power?
Yes.
So why are women complaining about past oppression if they always had pussy power?
I think it's because the guys think they have the power and it's a manipulation game to keep us below, to keep us under.
Okay, well, do women want to be equal or do women want to be superior?
Superior.
Okay, then why do women say they want equality when they actually want superiority?
Because maybe it's our manipulation game for you men.
Okay, what advice would you give to the men who don't trust women?
Don't trust us. Stick
Okay.
to that advice.
That's honest. Does the fact that women no longer need men mean that the main reason women were with men was because they had to be?
Yes.
Well, wouldn't that prove that men were often seen as a utility to be used?
No, I think that
I think it is because women back then, they felt if you didn't have a man, if you weren't married by
you're
a certain
seen as
age,
like unvaluable.
you were seen as like you weren't worth enough.
Yeah.
And
Well, then how is that different than men objectifying women?
Very different. Because when men objectify women, it's in a sexual way. When women needed men, it was for literally everything.
Like
I mean,
opening up a pickle jar.
we couldn't vote not that long ago.
I'm like, I'm sorry, but that's really all I need a man
I
for.
mean, when men objectify women, it's very...
It's always about like...
And it's disgusting.
Sexual and assault.
With
insulting.
men, it was more a materialistic standpoint. With women, it's more objectified by our bodies.
And there's
like,
still women that think like
Yeah.
that to this day, that they do
Yeah.
need a man to
and that's
live
them.
in a house.
That's them. Like,
Do you consider sex work to be real work?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why are women more accepting of women who can sell sex, but are less likely to accept a man who can buy it?
Because usually the intent of a man buying it is usually just not.
And
if you
also
can go out
most-
and have sex with a woman without having to pay for it, that says a lot.
Well, I mean, isn't that shaming your own customers?
Well, also women who sell sex nowadays is because they have to. They don't really have a choice.
Well, how can you be a victim of your own product?
Well, it's not you're not a victim.
I still think you're a victim to sex work. A lot of women are.
Well, I think a lot of women are.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
we have
gotta
to
go.
leave.
So you don't think that women objectify men financially?
That depends on the individual themselves.
I mean, you don't think that you never heard of a gold digger?
I'm
No,
not
what
saying that
about
at
the other
all.
way around?
Well, I'm not saying that men don't objectify women sexually, but I'm just saying that what gives women the right to complain about being sexually objectified when
I
women
don't
often
think anything does.
women often objectify men financially, correct? So it goes both ways. Why is it okay to sex?
Depends on the individual, because you can't say
No.
that women. How many titty bars are on each block? How many dick bars are on each block? It's completely different.
Do you believe that sex work is real work?
believe any work that you think is work is work.
Why are women more accepting of a woman who can sell sex but are less likely to accept a man who can buy it? Wouldn't that be shaming your own customers?
This is so one-sided. I'm kind of against doing this.
Thank you so much.
Because a lot of women are one-sided. They one-sided and they don't believe in men's rights no more. Now they got these bullshit little rights here and there and stuff, and they doing their feminine shit, but they disrespecting us too at the end of the day.
Right. So what advice would you give to the men who don't trust women?
I'm gonna tell y'all, keep on not trusting them. Hide your pockets, hide your buckets, hide everything.
I'm starting to think you think women ain't shit.
Right. Well, once again, I think that perhaps maybe women overvalue themselves in society. What do you think?
In certain situations, it's only people that feel like that deeply is people that have been hurt.
Well, at the same time, can you name anybody in relationships who hasn't been hurt? Hasn't everybody been hurt?
I think a woman get hurt more than a man.
Based on what?
Because if you penetrate a woman enough, you will wear her vagina out. A man can fuck 1,000 girls a day and still be in good shape.
Do you think that being emotional entitles anyone to sympathy or special treatment?
Yes.
What do you mean?
If they're emotional, then you should. If you're emotional, attracted to somebody, got emotional relationship with someone, yeah, you should treat them kind of, you know.
Why do so many women need to be right even if they're wrong?
Oh my gosh. I mean, you know, women, they're always right, buddy. Like, you know, they have the power to be right. You know, if you're wrong, you're wrong. And I'd rather be right. I love women, so yeah, they right all the time.
Okay, so why is there so much talk about the fragile male ego as opposed to the fragile female ego?
Oh, okay, because it's feminism. You know, as us being men, we have to be very hard. You know, we got to be hard, you know. But we don't really focus on the insights of the woman ego, you know? Like, being soft, being directly, okay, you don't have to keep on proving yourself. You're a woman, I'm a man. There's no competition here. It's about equal. We need to be more equal.
Do you think anybody just deserves respect without earning it?
No,
So why do so many women think they just deserve respect without earning it?
because their ego.
Okay, why is there so much talk about the fragile male ego as opposed to the fragile female ego?
Because guys are not supposed to have a fragile ego. It's the.
Well, who gets to determine what guys should or should not have?
That's not for me to determine. I don't know. That's the individual.
All right. Can you think of a time where being emotional got you into trouble?
Yes.
Has there ever been a time where being rational kept you out of trouble?
Yes.
Can you think of any situation where being rational wouldn't outweigh being emotional?
No.
Many women want men to be more emotional. Why should men be expected to be more emotional like women instead of women expected to be more rational like men?
Because a woman, it's just like having a daughter. You know, a guy can have a son and have a daughter, but he'll be more lenient to the daughter. So, you know, I guess this is how the universe is, have presented itself.
So why do you think so many women say they want equality when they actually want special treatment?
What kind of special treatment did you think they want?
They want special treatment because they're more emotional, right?
Right.
So once again, why do women say they want equality when they actually want special treatment? Because they're emotional.
Yep, because a woman go off their emotions.
Right. So basically,
just like a guy. If a guy was raised by his mother,
right,
he's emotional.
I blame the better males that give respect to women that don't deserve it. Meaning, if a woman do something foul, you need to speak on it instead of being pussy. And you just because you want to be just because you want some pussy from the woman, it doesn't mean you have to be extra nice. No, you have to. If she do something foul, you gotta speak out on it. Be like, hey, look, this right here, we not condoning that. You can't do that. Ooh, ooh.
Men have built the society and the way that shit is rolling around that we just go with the flow as though they built it.
Are there things in the patriarchy that benefit women? Well, how would you define patriarchy? What does that mean?
The system that within we're in, that men built this, and that we're just within the system that men built.
Okay. So you don't think that there's anything in the patriarchy that benefits women?
I didn't say that. I was thinking, but you.
Oh, okay, go ahead. What was your answer to that?
I'd say probably sex sells, beauty, shit like that.
Okay. Well, once again, if all the men in the world were gay, how would sex sell?
Damn, you're right.
Right.
Then they'd be gay.
So
I guess we're talking about
heterosexuality.
They'd be buying a different type of sex.
Right. Well, then I'm saying, like, doesn't the fact that men objectify women sexually mean that women are able to basically sell sex and get power?
It's like women just take advantage of the fact that men are just gonna, like, it's just they're taking back the power basically. So if men are gonna be already objectifying women and doing what they do and spending money on like whatever they spend money on, those women that are doing whatever they're doing, they're just taking that power back and they're like, okay, well, I'm finna make some money if you're gonna be an asshole anyways. Kind of.